Good morning, y'all. I'm headed down to the cornfield this morning, doing my morning routine here, stopping, taking a look, just checking to see what's going on in the corn, if we've had any kind of problems overnight. And as I walk down through the corn, I inspect it and see if I can see anything that's any kind of damage. And I'm noticing there's some small ears starting to form on it. Uh, that's kind of exciting. I've seen that, with the tassels on the top, I began to look to see how, if we have any kind of bug infestation. And while I'm there, you'll see a stalk of corn in my hand. When I run across them, I'll yank them up there because I just, think that's the thing to do. And you can see some of it hadn't even tasseled, and it's already 10 and 12 feet tall. And of course, the further into it I get, I notice I'm already got some silking in some spots. So we're excited about that because that tells us that corn is about to start forming on it and it's tasseling good. So we just don't get too much rain. We'll be able to get some good ears of corn. You can see how beautiful it is and how tall it is. I'm coming from just doing my inspections, walking up and down the rows and yanking up little small stalks there around the bottoms. Show you something about these brace roots. Get some of this grass out of the way here where you can see. Here's what I was telling y'all in the earlier videos. This corn put out its main set of brace roots down here. Then it put out a second one. Now we have a third set here. It's coming out like little fingers, and this is going to reach all the way to the ground and grow into the ground. Because see, them's already connected in the ground there. These are already connected. That's what holds this corn up when it gets to be that big. Here you can see the corn from a distance, the field of it. It's turned out really nice. We ended up with a good stand this year. Trying some of it the Native American way of spacing it out. Here I come through the corn walking. You can see how tall a lot of it is. It's some of it's a good 4 and 5 feet over my head yet, and it hadn't even tasseled even on the end. So that tells us that it'll once again get to be 12 to 14 feet tall, and some of it does have tassels, but it's been raining so much that the tassels are just hanging over on it. Of course, there's lots of bees in it, so that's a good sign. That's a sign we're getting some pollination. And of course, you see I've got a big handful there to go to the bunny rabbits. They love that corn, and that's just a little too small for what I want at this particular time in my cornfield. It's just suckering my other plants from getting good corn. I go through and thin out all this corn like this because when my corn reaches 12 feet tall, that's about 10 to 12 now. When it reaches 10 feet tall like that, this kind of stuff that's like 4 feet tall and 5 foot is never going to make it. So I just pull it up. We use it for rabbit feed. This year we're kind of excited to be able to sell the Danny corn seed all over the country. And in some of the clips that's coming up here, I'm going to be showing y'all some of the different ones who have ordered some Danny corn and who have actually sent us back some photos and given us a little information about what they're doing on their farm. And that's kind of exciting because we want to see how this corn does in all parts of the country. Now, first we have the Pratt family. Mike and them here taking the corns out of their pack, and they're actually, him and Jenny has been out putting it in the field, and they've got it all planted. And then we have Eric with Life and Farmland, who is out going to be planting his corn in his field, and it's also looking extremely good. This is Homestead Quail Cottage. Their corn is coming up. Here we have Lightning Bug Lane. They have theirs coming up. It's looking really nice. This is SG Woodard. Got beautiful corn standing there. This is Jay from South Carolina. Their corn looks great. Thank y'all from Deep South Homestead.